Hi friends, in today's video I'm going to be using this beautiful Mediterranean Blooms designer series paper. This invokes images of European tile and citrus fruits and all that. Really beautiful. I love the colors. The fruits is what really sold me on this, but the back side is also quite lovely, and this is where that Mediterranean tile comes in. So really gorgeous. It does remind me of Italy, Greece, or, you know, any of those places that use this kind of tile. So I really think it's pretty. Now, I don't remember if this is on the last chance list. It might be, or it might be carrying over. I know that there was a lot of things that were carrying over. So I am not going to give you any measurements as usual. If you're interested in the measurements that I have for my card, please be sure to subscribe to my newsletter, which I send out the PDF tutorial with the measurements on that once a week after my video goes live. So let's get started. I've got a Night of Navy, and I'm actually using two different colors because I ran out of Cajun Craze. So I've got my Cajun Craze, one's for the outside, one's for the inside, piece of basic white. Then I have some layering pieces for the outside, inside, and then this piece will go on the envelope. So this is going to be super quick, super easy, I promise. I hope everyone's doing well and allergies aren't bothering you too much. I can tell you that my allergies have been off the charts. I don't remember ever being this bad, and I'm not happy. I actually went to the allergist last week because my eyes got so bad. They were swollen and really badly inflamed. Well, anyway, she put me on a steroid cream, not a cream, eye drops. And wow, that stuff's amazing. It cleared up by the night, because I had put them in the afternoon. They were already cleared up, so the stuff is magical. And she put me on a new allergy medication, so all is good. All right, so I just adhered those pieces on the inside. Figured we'd get that out of the way. This little piece here, just a scrap. I'm going to put it right down here on the bottom. And it's as long as the copper clay piece. As I mentioned, I was out of Cajun Craze, and that's why I figured, you know what, copper clay is just as close to Cajun Craze, right? And that happens to be one of the colors that is in the discontinued list. Although, you know, I'm not really sure if they'll still have that in there, because it is a retiring in color. So it may not be. All right, so we got that. So next, what I want to do is put that aside for a minute. I'm going to work with this piece here. So I'm just putting this piece probably about 1.5 inches from the top and 1/2 inch from the bottom. And we're going to adhere this down. See, isn't this gorgeous, this paper? I just think it's so pretty. And really enjoyed using it on cards. It's just so cheerful and so yummy, right? All that fruit is so yummy. So we're just going to put this down here, like so. Sure that's straight. Put that down. Okay, next I want to work with this piece here. This is going on the front, and we're going to be putting these on the front. Now this piece I had, you know, I just cut them into 1-inch strips just so they fit nicely on this layering piece, like so. So we're going to adhere those, right? So I'm going to start with this one first. I'll put that down. And how excited is everybody that I can finally show you the inside of the catalog, which I'm so excited about. I really like the way it's turned out. A little bit of a different layout from last year, so you'll have to let me know in the comments what you think about it if you've gotten it yet. And if you haven't received it and are a customer of mine, please be sure to reach out to me because I will get another one out to you right away. But I'm really liking it. And those new in colors are really pretty. The only one that they're not going to be selling is that cloud cover because it just didn't live up to their expectations, to Stampin' Up's expectations. However, they are allowing demonstrators to purchase the ink because some of us were happy with the way it looked. So I will be purchasing it once the catalog goes live. We can purchase it, and as long as it doesn't sell out before everybody else buys it, right? But like I said, that is not going to be available to customers, only to demonstrators. And speaking of demonstrators, we have a wonderful offer for anyone who becomes a demonstrator during the month of May. I believe it runs for the whole month from May 6th through May 31st. And you basically get to choose, normally you choose $125 worth of product for $99 and free shipping. Now you get to choose $166 and free shipping. How cool is that? That is an amazing deal and one you don't want to miss out on. So if you are interested in that, and please reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you get started. Understanding that you do not have to do what I do. These videos and, you know, classes and stuff like that. But if you want to help to supplement your income with this, and like me, my habit, then, you know, definitely tell other people about it. But you definitely don't need to do that in order to become a demonstrator. So don't let that deter you. Okay, so I am using, this is retired a while. So, but I did like the way it looked. It just looks so pretty on here. And plus it was nice and thin. So I'm just going to tie this around here. And we're going to make a simple knot. And I say simple because I'm so bad with tying ribbon while I'm doing this on video. But we're going to try it. So we're going to do that. And then I'll play around with it to get it right. Oh, you know what? This piece is not long enough. That's what the problem is. Okay, so let's make that nice and long because I can always cut it down to what I need it to be. All right, so we'll loop that underneath like so. Okay. There. Give that a nice little bow. My fingers are a little bit sticky, so they're kind of sticking to the ribbon where I don't want it to stick. Okay, there we go. Now you'll see on my sample in a little bit how I tied it this other way. And I don't know, I don't remember how I did that, but I just love the way it turned out. And of course I couldn't duplicate it, so we're going with the regular ribbon. Where's my ribbon scissors? Over here. Okay, so we're just going to trim this a little. Oops. And then trim this a little. There we go. Where's my garbage? Okay. I'm going to play around with it a little bit. Make sure it's good. So my trick to keeping this in place, and I'm not going to do it yet, is using Scotch tape. That's right, just your plain old Scotch tape. Okay, I just wanted to put my scissors back. All right, so I am using, what am I using? The Birthday Wishes, which comes from Simply Said. It has really versatile greetings on here. We've got Let's Celebrate, Thinking of You, Happy Birthday, Thanks, Birthday Wishes, Yay, Thank You, Miss You, Hello, and Just a Note. So very versatile. I am using Birthday Wishes because I can always use birthday cards. And my ink is here. Oh, so I am using the Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. I've got 2 in here because I've been using them. And I've really been enjoying these ephemera packs. This one happens to be a circle there. And I'm just going to put that there. And we're going to stamp our birthday wishes right there. So let me close this up. I like to keep them in a stamp case. So let me get my mat out. My Pierce mat, since we're using a photopolymer stamp. We'll put our stamp right there. And we're going to stamp Birthday Wishes. And I'm going to stamp this off because Night of Navy tends to be dark. So I might want to do this. Yes, I think I'm going to use the, you know, we'll go with the full strength. Okay. Let me turn this here. I'm going to put this on an angle because it just fits within this area. So we're going to stamp that right there. And it might come off a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. And let's close this ink. We're done with that. I'm not going to do anything on the inside until I need it. All right, let's take this there. Okay. Let me put, I think I could put this down there, right? And we're going to lay that right about there. Okay, so let's put this down. I'm going to use dimensionals on this. Oh, so here, I'm going to grab some Scotch tape. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back just because it's, see how it's bunching up there a little? So I'm just going to gather it. I probably took too much tape. We don't need that much. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So it's a little more taut. And then I just have that little extra, which is fine. I'm using dimensionals. It won't impede upon the card. So we're just going to add this right here. So add some embellishments. These I think are on the retiring list also. Gold textured adhesive back gems. So these are on the last chance, I believe. So if you like them, you want to get them soon before they sell out. I feel I haven't used them enough. All right, I think 3 is good. I like to do uneven numbers. All right, let's peel off the backings. Okay, and then we'll center this. There. Okay, there you go. And let us do our envelopes so that we have matching stationery. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the flap. And you just want a thin layer, and I'm going to put this up to the score line of the envelope, and then we'll trim it. This just makes it so pretty when you have matching stationery. I like to do the same thing on the reverse side. And we'll just use our snips to trim around the edge. I'm just using the envelope flap as a guide. And then we're just going to trim that off. Okay, so now we have our matching stationery. Doesn't that look pretty? I just love the way this looks. And such a simple card. So this is my other sample. A little bit different. And I did the same thing with the stationery on that one. Anyway, so be sure to leave a comment and don't forget to share the video with your other crafty friends who might be interested in stamping. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.